Let me clear my throat. Ayy. I told y'all we was doing the Saturday Night Live. SNL. So, let's do this. I'm going to give you a few minutes to get up in the hair. You dig me? I'm going to give you a few minutes to get up in the hair. Because we're going to talk about it. Driving Miss Dasiy. Driving Miss Dasiy. I'm up here trying to learn about Zoom and all this mess. I'm like, damn. Host. Video on. Open Zoom meeting. Alright, let's put this live on Facebook. No, live on YouTube. I'm banned from Facebook, so I can't do that. There are other people doing it for me. Let's do this live on YouTube. YouTube. Alright. Okay. Let's hold on. We're gonna get to it. Oh! Okay. Got it. Okay, I don't need Steven repeating back to me. Let Steven not. Alright, how about I put this on mute?
Okay, I don't need Steven repeating back to me.
Alright.
Let Steven.
Alright, see how we're gonna do this right now. Alright, let me get this. Let me get this started. Bring this up. Blah blah blah. Bring this up. Are we going to be live on YouTube, or are we going to have to record this again? All right, let's hit the record button. Record to the computer.
Recording in progress.
Recording in progress. I know. I understand.
All right. We're going to be live on YouTube, so we're going to have to record this again. All right, let's hit the record button. Record to the computer.
Let me turn the volume down.
Recording in progress. I understand.
I think we could do it like that. Alright. I gotta get a new camera to hook up with this YouTube, man. I definitely gotta get one. Yeah. Right now, this is Saturday. I know y'all miss me. I know y'all miss me, and I miss y'all too. I miss y'all too. But let's see what we're gonna get to. Because we got a lot, man. We got a lot. See, I try to let things fluctuate in order that they could get to a particular place where I could get all the information. And we got a lot of information. Let me pull this up. Before we start, in 60 seconds, we're going to start. So 60 seconds. So count down to 60 seconds. We're going to start. Let's go to this. Okay, we got that pulled up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. Okay. For the moderator, cut all of this, and start it right here. Hey, welcome to Marrying Africa, where we talk about relationships, marriage, food. But the food is just a showing. We're not talking about relationships and marriage. Because at the end of the day, all things that matters with human beings is relationships. That's what makes us relationships. How we treat each other, how we interact with each other, relationships. Now, the title of the show is Driving Miss Dasiy. And a lot of people, because if you're in America, you know what Driving Miss Dasiy means. But if you're in Africa, you're like, what is Driving Miss Dasiy? Let me pull it up for you. Let me pull it up for you guys right now. So, Driving Miss Dasiy. Alright, so Driving Miss Dasiy was a film back in 1989, American comedy drama film directed by Bruce Beresford and written by Alfred Urey, based on Urey's 1987 play of the same time. The film stars Jessica Tandy, Morgan Freeman, who you all know, he plays God in a lot of the movies, the black guy, Morgan Freeman of the same name. The film stars Jessica Tandy, Morgan Freeman, and Dan Aykroyd, who was a white comedian that a lot of people know about. Freeman reprised his role for the original Broadway production. Driving Miss Dasiy, for a lot of you who don't know, was about Morgan Freeman, a black man, driving, just coming out of the slave era, driving a white woman, and being what a lot of you guys would call taxi. Wherever Miss Dasiy wanted to go, that's where Morgan Freeman would drive her. Then came a love romance thing, I think, at the end or whatever. But let's get past that. Why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about Driving Miss Dasiy? Well, I'm talking about this because Ime Udoka, if I'm saying the last name right, if I'm not, forgive me. Ime, who was the head coach of the Boston Celtics, married to Nia Long, 6 years apart. Ime is 45, Nia Long is 51. Nia Long, for you guys who don't know, is a famous American actress who was voted at one point one of the most beautiful women in the world. Even at the age of 51, she still voted one of the most beautiful women in the world, black American actress. But I do believe that one of our parents come from the islands, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, with that said, what are we talking about? Let's get to it. Get to it, Stephen. Ime Udoka is a Nigerian. Ime Udoka married a beautiful black American woman. Ime Udoka have got suspended because of having an affair with other women. Forget everybody else. Let's go on what the news is talking about. Ime Udoka, who's a Nigerian, had an affair with a white woman who's married to a minority partner of the Boston Celtics. Why is this important? Why are we talking about this? Why are we starting with this, Stephen? Why are we starting with this, Stephen? We're starting with for a reason. And the reason is this. Even when a Nigerian man is married to one of the most formidable black American actresses, he will still fall victim to what he will always fall victim to. That's a white woman. And I know a lot of people want to hear this, the way that I'm going to describe it, but we're going to get your take in it too. We're going to let you come on and get your take too. Ime Udoka had life going on. But see, there's so much that's between what I'm talking about now, what I'm talking about then. Ime Udoka have been doing a lot of things for a lot of time, if you go back into the background of everything. I don't want to talk too fast so that you don't listen too slow. Ime Udoka is not what I want to talk about here. What I want to talk about is how do we say? What's the word that we use? The opticals, the viewpoint on what's going on in this world, in America versus Africa. See, Ime Udoka is not the first one to cheat on his wife. Everybody in our organization has done it. We know that. You're a basketball player, you're a football player, you're a sports entertainer, you're a rapper, you're a singer. You deal with women all overseas in different areas, you cheat, you sleep. Men are drawn to that. Men with power are drawn to that. I get it. I understand it. The thing is this. Ime was suspended for 1 year and indefinitely, making $10 million, $10 million US dollars a year. So no longer is he going to make $10 million a year, but also he's likely to get thrown off the team and not get another job in the NBA. Not because he cheated with a wife, married another white woman who was married also, but because he was black and done it. He was the wrong complexion for the protection, as I say. But I don't want to make this all about color. I want to make this about reality, the reality of life. Because if we go back to Ime Udoka and Nia Long, we can also go to Tom Brady and what's happening with Tom Brady and Gillespie, whatever her name is. Tom Brady, one of the most known athletes in all of America. 6 Super Bowls. 6 Super Bowls Tom Brady won. Now he's at a point that his wife wanted to divorce him. Then you could go to the twins, who was also famous in America. What is the twin name? I don't even remember her name. Oh, what is her name? What is the twin name? Who played on Sister Sister? Basically, this girl who played on Sister Sister, a show back in the days. And our sister, I think she has one of the talk shows on Fox TV, if I'm not mistaken. Her husband's name is Corey something. She's getting divorced from him. The one thing that I'm trying to get at is, if we see what's happening in America and also in the continent of Africa, a lot of West African countries, is a lot of famous celebrities are getting divorced. But it's not because of the men. It's because the women have found a way that they think that I've been married to this man for so long that I want to have what these women have on social media. These social media platforms have guided these women in not just the wrong direction, but in a direction of destitute, misery. But they don't even see it. So we're living in a time that even the people that you looked at and said that, hey, I want to be just like them, these women are saying, I don't want to be with him. So for the men, you're looking at it, if I become rich and famous, I'm going to get this type of woman. Now these women who have rich and famous men are looking at these men like, I no longer want to be married to them. I want to go out and have hot girl summer. I want to go out and lay out with anything and ever. Take Scottie Pippen from the Chicago Bulls, who is dealing with Michael Jordan's son sexually, allegedly. The point that I'm getting at, money don't make you. Who you choose make you. No matter how much money you make, if you choose the wrong partner, you will end up just like everybody else is ending up today. These men, these women have chosen partners based on looks, based on classification. And yet, it doesn't work out. Whether it's 5 years, 15 years, or 10 years, they're looking at it and they're coming around like, I want to have hot girl summer. The men are like, okay, I want to have an avenue to different women also. I'm not saying that it's the same for both parties, but I'm saying that one or the other are judging things off this. So we see what a lot of celebrities today, primarily women, are breaking up and divorcing their husbands, who are also famous, sometimes more famous than they could ever be. But they're finding a way in their mindset to say that being apart from this famous rich man is better for me, in order that I leave him and go out and deal with low volume men, in order that I can have sex with anybody that I want to have sex with. That's what's happening today. So men, I tell you, it's not always about money. Money is a big part of it, but it's not always about money. It's in who you choose. You see, I give you the real. The problems that these men fall into is because they never choose women based off character. And what I mean by that, they never base off women what I base women off. Are you with mother and dad? Have you been raised by mom and father? Have you been raised understanding that you have a position different from men. Then let's go to men. These men are choosing women based off looks. These men have been raised the same way, to choose women off looks. You get rich, you get the trophy wife, and at the end of the day, 5 years later, she want to divorce you and take all you have because you didn't based off character. You're saying, oh, that's good for a broke man to talk about. No, I'm not a broke man, not by stretch of imagination. What I understand is how to choose women based off the character and who they are and their background. But we're going to talk about it because I know that you guys got some Nigerians, some Ghanaians, some Togoians, some South Africans. You got all of that to be an example. Let me see. Okay, what is she talking about? Sorry, guys. Let me see what she's talking about. All right. I don't even know how to go to this. All right. I don't even know where I was at. All right, let me go and see what she's saying so we can say this because I think she's trying to get on right now. She's trying to join, but it says to request not sent. All right, who's trying to join? All right, let's. All right, we're gonna send this individual request. So we get some more intellect on what's going on now, because everybody want to be married. We're going to talk about why everybody can't be married, and when they are married, everybody can't have fun at it. I think that's the issue. Everybody can't be married, but those who can be married, it's not always going to be fun, and almost 99.9% of the time, it's not going to be fun. It's going to be joyous at times, but it's not made to be fun. And I go over this a lot of times, so let's see what we're talking about today. Okay, I'm gonna let her get into a space because I have no idea what's going on right now. So I'm gonna let her get into a space. Now I think her phone is freezing. So if her phone is freezing, I'm gonna kick her off unless she takes 60 seconds or 30 seconds to get it straight. Because we wouldn't know what's gonna make us happy. There's a lot of ladies. You see, have you ever noticed men never say, hey, I want to be happy in marriage. Men never say that. Women say, I want to choose a partner where I'm going to be happy. But you find that men never say, I want to get in a relationship where I be happy. You never hear men say that. Why is that? Why is that? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. I don't know where she is, but she better get whatever she's doing correctly. Jenny, I don't know what the hell's going on, but we're going to talk about it one way or the other. We're going to talk about it because the people here, they want to hear about it. They don't want to hear it just from a man perspective. They want to hear it from a woman's perspective. See, I'm a Black American. I lived in Ghana and Nigeria for over 10 years. I know Nigerian and Ghana women more than just as much as I know Black American women. So I understand the difference, and I understand what it is that I search for in order to get what it is that's necessary in order to build a family. But I don't want you guys to go by me. I want you guys to go by you and what you say. All right. This is who I heard was beefing with me. This chick was beefing. I never talked to her, but she was beefing with me. But we're going to talk to her.
Hi, Mr. Steven.
Oh, now you're calling me Mr. Steven. Never talked to you a day in my life, but I'm Mr. Steven.
Okay, I'm. Hold on, please. I can't seem to see you clearly. Okay.
All right. Welcome to the show. This is the Marrying Africa show. Used to be Marrying Ghana, still Marrying Ghana on YouTube. Welcome to the Marrying African show. What is your name?
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Joanne.
Yes, I heard about you. I heard that you dislike me a lot. So we're going, but let's not even get into that. Let's not get into that. Johan, we're talking Johan. Am I saying it right? Johan?
Yeah, Joanne.
Oh,
Like
Joanne. Oh,
Joanne,
Joanne. I'm
Joanne.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Joanne.
No problems.
Joanne. I love this conversation even before it starts because I know how you feel about me. But we're going to talk. We're definitely going to talk. How old are you, Johan? Johanna.
I'm
Johanna.
23.
You're 23. Where are you from?
Nigeria, Edo State.
Edo?
Yeah, Edo State, Nigeria.
Okay, I'm probably going to have to end the conversation right here, really, to be honest. Because I dealt with enough women from Edo State. I
Oh my
dealt with
god.
enough from Edo State. You go on
Oh
YouTube
my
and see, you could go on my YouTube and see my girlfriends at the time from Edo State and what was going on. So me dealing with a lot of girls from Edo State, you're going to have to make me a believer. You're going to have to make me a believer. So now you're going to have to work at it for me. See, you came on the show. Now I was going to work to kind of configure you, but you're going to have to configure me
god.
coming from Edo State.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
Johanna,
Mm.
you're from Nigeria, Edo State,
Yeah.
23 years
Yeah.
old. Any
Yeah.
kids?
Nope. Nope.
Married?
Nope.
Boyfriend?
Single.
Have you ever had a boyfriend?
Yeah, sure.
How many?
Um, 2, 3.
What age was the first
Around
one?
around 2020.
So you didn't have sex until you was 20 years old?
Yep.
How old was the second one?
21. Because the first one didn't last long. So
So what, like, we
21.
talking like a few months?
Yeah, I'm talking about a few months
Yeah,
because
we deal with this conversation every time we come on the show. I'm gonna deal with that with you. I'm gonna deal
oh
with
my
that with you. I'm gonna deal with that with
god.
you. Trust me. I'm gonna deal with you. All right.
Yeah.
Right now, we're talking about a specific subject today. And
Okay.
the subject's called Driving Miss Daisy. Have you ever seen the movie Driving Miss Daisy?
Nope, nope, nope,
Driving
nope.
Miss Daisy is where a black American drives around a white woman. He becomes
Mhm.
her confidant, and
Okay.
everything about her life is pushed inside of him, and they become one at some particular point at the end of the day. I'm not mistaken. The reason why I call this that is Ime Udoka. I love that name. I talked to a Nigerian woman a couple of weeks ago. I said, "What name would you name me if being a strong Black American man? If I can't, I live in Nigeria. If you don't know, what name would you give me?"
Okay.
She said, "Emike." And I said, "You know what? I like that name." But the minute I heard that name, I went on Netflix and I'm watching a Nigerian Netflix movie, and the guy is called Emike, but he's a weak man. I'm like, God damn. But I'm like, God damn, I don't win. I can't win. But this guy's called Ime Udoka, who Twitter has been blowing up. YouTube has been blown up about a Nigerian man who came to US,
Mm-hmm.
made his way, played basketball in the NBA,
Mm.
became an NBA coach for the Boston Celtics. First year in the league was last year. His first year in the league was last year. He took his team to the NBA championship game. Never been done before,
Whoa.
but it was done by a Nigerian man.
Amazing.
Yes, and this Nigerian man married a beautiful Black American actress that's known by all the world, Nia Long. She's
Okay.
played in many, many movies that a lot of people know. She's looked at as someone on a high class level. This man
Okay.
cheated on her,
Whoa.
but he cheated on her with a white woman who was not at her
Whoa.
stature. A white woman who was married to almost a nobody, but he was a somebody because he had a minority stake in the Boston Celtics. But he slept with her, also with other white women. So I was asking myself, and I could go a lot of stories that I'm not going to go over now because I did this in the past already. When here in America, the one thing I understand is this: when Nigerian brothers come over here, their first and primary thing is to get a white woman. They feel that I'm speak for mine, and I don't have any problem with that. I was engaged with many white women in my life. I was raised by a white man, white Irish man by the name of Ed Malone. My first interaction in college was with an exchange student coming from Ireland who was named Ed also. Me and him hit it off. I've dated many white women. So that's not my issue. So I don't want it to go there. But my issue is this. I'm going to talk about a lot of things with you. But first and foremost, I want to ask you, why is it that Nigerian men worship white women? Because the minute they drop in America, they think that getting a white woman is the all to be all in order for them to have stature.
Well, it's a long discourse. I'm thinking, I'm Nigerian, yeah, and I observe that trend also because, you know, when we score the internet, we see people like, he's gone abroad. The next thing you know, he's with a white lady. And in Nigerian pidgin, we say, he don't jackpot, he don't get him ticket. Like, his ticket being a white lady is like his passport to maybe citizenship, or I don't know, maybe just to show that, oh, I've arrived, I've conquered, and I'm with
The
a white lady now. So I'm
second part,
kind
I
of
agree
like a
with you.
citizen.
Ime is
Yeah,
already a citizen. Ime doesn't need a green card. Ime
exactly.
already had the most expensive type of wife that you could get in Black America, but he still chose to
Mhm,
take a lower class white woman and sleep with her and
mhm,
risk everything that he has. Listen, I don't want
mhm,
to make this about Ime because I don't.
mhm,
I want to make this about the reality of life that we live in. What I
mhm,
see, like I said, I'm a resident of Ghana. I'm a permanent resident of Ghana. Now
mhm,
I'm turning into a permanent resident of Nigeria.
mhm,
What I noticed about Ghanaians and Nigerians, they see me. Even before this, they see me on YouTube. The first thing out of their mouth was, "Can you give me a white woman?" It was not, "Could you give me a woman?" It's, "Could you give me a white woman?"
white woman. Wow.
And I said, I'm a Black American. I dated white women all my life, my late teens, and my early 20s. Growing up,
Mhm,
I realized that that wasn't it. That if I'm going to build a structure, build a family structure, and give something back to my community, to my people, I'm going to have to do with Black people, a Black wife. Whether it's one
mhm,
wife, two wives, three wives, or whatever, I have to do with Black people. My problem with Nigeria is now, my first wife right now argued with me. She said, it's not just the men, it's the women also. And we had a discussion, and I would say debate, because I digress, because as many Nigerian women that I dated and was engaged with, none of them was trying to flock to white men. They were okay with flocking to me. But I've always seen Nigerian men trying to flock to white women, Ghana men trying to flock to white women. Or do you see it differently that also Nigerian women also worship white men?
um, I think across board, like between the men and the women, I think it's more of men who do that, who worship white
Thank
women.
you. Thank you.
I think it could be because they fetishize the white women. They want they want I don't know if it's a thing of conquest. Like I don't know if they feel like if I conquer a white woman then I've achieved something meaningful. I don't know. But I think it's more on the men's side than the women's side when it
Why do you
comes
think that
to.
is? Well, you said why you think that is. Let me tell you this about conquest. Me, I'm a Black man, right? I'm a man, period, right?
Mm-hmm,
You know what? I'm a Black man. I'm a builder. I always say this in my video. You have three types of men. You have the low class, you have the middle class, you have builders. The builders become elite. No, just
okay.
like in Nigeria, just like anywhere. You have the low class in Nigeria who's sitting around smoking, not doing anything, sitting in bars,
Mm-hmm,
Yahoo boys that we call them, right? Low class.
mm-hmm,
You have middle class men who go to work every day, try to provide and build something, at least structurally, in a way that they could provide for their wives, one wife, and build and raise
mm-hmm,
productive children. Then you have the builders who build and do things outside of the average man that the average man can do, and they build. Not only do they build for their own and their family and their loved ones, but they in return build for others who could also eat off what they do in life, right?
Yeah.
With that said, why do you think that Nigerians or West Africans, to say whatever it is, West African men don't look at Black American women as someone to choose, but they always look at white women? And with that, I'm asking you a two-part question. Why do you think that now Nigerian women, if you believe this, Nigerian women look at Black American women, Black American men as builders and the one to choose?
Well, when it comes to Nigerian men thinking or
Y'all cousins.
preferring,
Ghana and Nigeria are cousins. Y'all cousins.
of course, when it comes to like West African men, right? Preferring white women as opposed to Black women, be it Black American women or ethnically Black women. I think it's honestly, I think it's more of, I wouldn't generalize it at this point and say
No,
maybe I
generalize it.
know.
We're talking about the majority. We're not talking about everybody. So you can say what you're going to say.
Okay, I know that various African men do that, and I think, like I said, it's more of a thing of mindset. Mindset. They want to. They want to just feel like the white woman is the achievement, and I would want to relate it to. Pardon me, though. I want to. When addressing this kind of issue, I want to take it back, way back. Even in Africa, right, in Nigeria, growing up from childhood, I when we were younger, there was this thing about the lighter skinned women. Okay, even in Africa, there's this thing about the lighter skinned women, whereby most guys always tend to look at the lighter skinned women. I don't even know if it's colonialism that projected the
Well, that's what
mindset
it
of.
is. Don't say you don't know. That's what it is.
Exactly. I think colonialism projected that mindset in us Africans, especially the men, that the lighter skinned woman, the white woman, those who are fair, if I will use the word fair, are the ones who are, you know, it's kind of a superficial thing, really. It's kind of a superficial
Let
thing,
me
and
tell
it's
you this.
also, go ahead.
The reason I love Nigerians, because from my time of growing up, I grew around this project that was surrounded by white people who had money and we had no money. So I was
Okay.
like, why do they have everything? But as I got older and I stopped dating white women, I realized who I was. When I realized who I was, you know, one of the main reasons I went to Africa for, because I knew that I love dark-skinned women. Now, even the wife of Ghana that I have here is not dark-skinned, she's light-skinned. But even then, I said, if I had my choice, I want a dark-skinned, pure dark-skinned women, because I find them the most sexiest, most appealing, most beautiful women on earth. And it's not just me, but my choice of my wife had nothing to do with color. That was
Okay.
what I desired. A lot of people pick what they desire based on what they need. I chose what I needed. I chose who was good for
Because
me. Because sometimes we find that what's best for us will be more beneficial to us. And I can say the same thing. But I don't want to mix words here. I think what I'm saying is this. I realized that everything that we see as derogatory or unethical or not beautiful is a very thing that the very people who oppress us to make us believe that they're beautiful, yet their women are trying to look like our women. So it's all scattered. It's all scattered. You got Blacks who wearing weaves, looking like white women. You got white women. Alexa, shut down. Alexa, shut down. Oh my goodness. You see, not even Alexa know how to listen. This is what I think about women. Now I'm just playing. But we live in a society that's all twisted. Black women can't look like black women, and white women can't look like white women anymore. The white women want to look like black, black women look like white. Where do we get to a point that we understand who we are, that we are the first people created on the face of the earth through Ethiopia, if you believe in the Bible, that is. And when do we get to a point that we truly believe that God made us beautiful? Because right now, we live in a society that allows society to dictate what's beauty instead of God what dictates beauty. Because me, I would never marry a girl who wear wigs, and white hair or blonde hair. I would never do that. That's just me. I would never even acknowledge them. Me, I don't care if your hair is nappy and you don't have much of it. I respect you because you have your own natural. Now you have this whole thing that they call passport bros, blah, blah, blah. I was the originator of it. I don't know if you heard of it. Back in 2010 is when I started traveling back and forth to Ghana, then Nigeria, then Togo, then Egypt. I was the first one to do it. I was doing that in my late 20s. What's in here, 10, 12, 15 years now, these people talking about what I was doing then. And I've got over that. Because I understood something different, that it wasn't about getting a woman who would be submissive, this and the other. It wasn't about that. I'm going off track, but what I understood is this, that it was about beauty. It was about skin color to me. I love dark skin. But if a light-skinned woman came into my life and that was the best fit for me, then that's what I'm going to deal with. That's why I said I don't care about color. If it's a white person, this and the other. But when you go looking for that, that means you have a hatred for yourself within yourself. You get what I'm saying? So I don't care what the love brings, but if you look at mgdating.com, my website that's free for everybody, you have white people, black people, you have all sorts of people on there meeting each other now. We only be active for less than 2 months, and I see all these people meeting each other now. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. My problem is when we as black people, particularly Nigerians, particularly talking today about Nigerians and Ghanaians, men, look towards everything else outside of their own women. And then you see these black American men, sometimes white and whatever else, coming in to so-called take their women. Then they get upset. Don't think I don't see it. Don't think I don't hear it, because I hear it. They get upset and they get mad and they call us akatas and all this and everything. But yet, you don't want to take care of your own women. But now you're getting a nationality of men who are the same color, who are coming on and say, you know what? Our women are doing right. So I want to stay with a black woman. So in order to stay with a black woman, I'm going to go over to Nigeria to take this woman, build a family, and make dual citizenship with both of us. In order to that, we could do something special that hasn't been done since the beginning of time. My problem today is with African men. Do you understand me?
I understand.
And I'm not saying this to everybody. Give me Johanna, right? Johanna?
Yeah. Yeah, Joanne.
Do you want to be married?
Of course. Of course.
You said you're 23?
Of course, yeah.
By what age do you want to be married?
I don't know. I don't know really.
I'm going to ask you again. By what age do you want to be married?
Let's say 28.
Okay. So you want to be used and abused and then find a husband, right?
I didn't get you, sorry.
You want to be used and abused and then go out and find a husband.
Why would I be used and abused?
You said 28.
Yeah. I don't know.
By 28, how many men by the age of 28 does the average woman have been with? Anywhere from 7 to 10. You would agree. Anywhere from 7 to 10 on minimum, right?
Yeah.
All right. If you, a woman who want to be married, the best situation for a woman to put herself as marrying age and be marriable would be when she leaves her father's house, right? That's what the Bible says, that you leave your father's house to go to your husband's house and you become one, right? Do you believe in the Bible?
Of course I do.
So you believe in God, Yahweh. You believe in Yahweh.
Yeah, sure. I'm Christian, so
So
I believe in
as a
God.
believer, if we do things outside of his way, do we get blessed for it or do we get cursed for it?
If we do things outside God's way, definitely we'll get cursed for it,
But if
or
we do
we
things
face the
within his way,
consequences.
we're more often to get a blessing than not, right? If we do things this way, right? So in the
Definitely.
Bible, Yahweh, Yeshua says that in order for you to follow me, let man be glorified by God and let woman be glorified by man. That's in the Bible. Men are the glory of God. Women are the glory of man. That's the way God has made it. God said that a woman should move to her father's house, to her husband's house. Now, have you moved from your father's house to your husband's house, or have you moved from your father's house to wherever it is that you are right now?
Actually, I'm in my father's house right now talking to you.
So you're still at your
So,
father's house.
yes, I am. Mhm.
I applaud you for that. Now, who's going to choose your husband, you or your father?
I definitely choose my husband, not
Now,
my
let me tell you
father.
this. Do you think that you could give verification to a man better than a man can?
No, no, definitely not.
So why are you the one
Because
choosing your husband?
I'm the one marrying him, so
Why
I will get
again?
him first.
Can you verify a man better than another man can? Yes or no?
I I I think I have the
I don't care what you
wisdom.
think you have. I'm asking you a
Hold
straight
on.
question.
I understand. So I'm trying to get to my point. I'm saying I think I have the wisdom to like check a man, know what he's like, and then
Wisdom
of course
based
I'll
off
bring
what?
him to
Wisdom
meet
based off
my
what?
father
Wisdom based off what?
based off of my life experiences, based off of
Okay,
what
your
information
life
I've got,
experience have got you.
based off
No,
of
no,
my relationship with God.
your life experience have got you to one man who broke up, or you broke up, whatever way. Then it got you to a second man who didn't work out. So your life experience tells you that you can't choose men correctly,
I can choose a man correctly.
but you never
So my
have. So that's not experience.
family, especially my dad, would definitely see the guy, rate the guy, evaluate him, and then give his input.
So why
But I
not just say
wouldn't
that?
say,
Why not? I agree with
what?
that. I agree with that. Hey,
I agree with
Dad,
you
I
though
like this
too.
man. Dad, I like this
What do
man.
you think?
This man is handsome. He cute. He make me laugh. He made me jiggle a little bit. And
Mhm.
can you see him, Dad? Can you verify him? Now I'm not going to say that all dads can give good
Make
verification
a
because I've
right
been through it.
judgment, right?
Huh?
Yeah, not all dads can give right judgment though,
Have
right?
you, is your dad still with your mom? You said.
I didn't get you, sir.
Is your dad still with your mother?
Of course, married 25 years.
Has he had other women outside of that?
Mhm.
Then
No,
he's not. He can't give you anything.
okay.
No,
You
I'm being
say
honest.
so.
He can't give you any wisdom according to when you choose a man. Because your
If you
dad
say
has no
so, I
experience
trust
at
you.
your dad has no real experience. He chose a woman 25 years ago and he stuck with her. So he has no real experience of dealing with women and understanding men, how they react to different women and going accordingly. I'm being honest. He has no experience.
You're being honest based on what you think, but not what's reality. Because
Tell me the
he's a
reality.
grown man.
Your dad, okay.
He's a grown man.
The reality is your dad has no experience because he only been with one. Is that reality?
He only being with one doesn't mean he doesn't have wisdom. Doesn't mean he
I never
doesn't.
said he doesn't have
Doesn't
wisdom.
mean,
I never said that. I never said that.
I believe that the wisdom that he has, based off of his life experiences, based off of what he has seen other men do, seen happen with his brothers, with his father. All those things accumulate to the point where he can actually give wise counsel concerning a man and give it right. And I think he could also do that based off of the fact that he's old enough and he's a man. He knows men's instincts. He knows what men do, how men think. So to that extent, he can actually see a man and evaluate him and be right.
Did
Do
he
you know what
pass
I
that down to
mean?
you? Did he pass that wisdom down to you?
Of course, my dad, he's lived
Did
a
he pass
life
that
of.
wisdom down to you? Yes or no?
Of course, yeah.
So why you been with two men and you're not with any of them today? If he passed that wisdom down to you?
Because it didn't work out. Some
No,
didn't
no, no,
work
no,
out
no.
because I
So the
wasn't.
wisdom didn't work then. What you're saying?
No, no. Things happen. Things happen. Life
No,
happens,
things don't
right?
happen.
If
Things don't
you
happen.
ask, if,
Things
if you
don't
had asked the
happen.
reason,
Things are
hold on, sorry.
chosen. Things are chosen. Things don't happen.
I get you. But if you had asked the reason why those things didn't work out, then you would see why I'm not with any of them today. And I'm
Okay, action.
quite
Boxes or
happy.
brief? Boxes or briefs?
Okay.
Boxes or brief? Which one do you choose?
Boxers,
Or briefs?
boxers, not briefs.
I'm gonna tell you why you are where you are. Boxers are for the younger generation who still got their pants hanging down from their ass, who can't provide for anything. Briefs are for the older people who are right past their prime. If you would have said boxer briefs, you would have understood that. That's from the 25 to the 35-year-olds who understand that life is about something different. It's about providing and building a family. But
Okay.
evidently, you're dealing with men, according to the wisdom that your father gave you, you're still dealing with
And
men
the
who
one that
can't
I
marry
have,
you. No,
because
no, no, no,
I
listen. No,
opened the
listen. I'm
wisdom.
going to let you talk. Listen, you're dealing with men who won't marry you before laying with you. You're dealing with men, even after
I don't
laying
said
with
I've
you,
laid
they
with
haven't
any of
married you.
them.
But you say marry is the ultimate goal.
Of course.
How is marriage the ultimate goal, but you're laying around with people who are not married with you?
I've said I'm not laying around.
Okay. How have you been with these particular men without being married to them if marriage was your first goal?
That's because I wasn't ready to get married and
But
I
you had
was
the
quite
wisdom imparted
young.
from your father.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So you're saying
And I
you
also
didn't
have a
listen.
life
So
to
you're saying
live.
you
And
didn't
so,
listen to him.
of course, at a young age, most times you don't listen to your father. You listen to your feelings, right? But then when you learn your
You know,
lesson,
that's what the father's
you
for.
cannot. Yeah, when you learn your lesson, you got to sit back and
So you learned your lesson.
reevaluate your
You learned
decision.
your lesson, but then you go back and do it a second time. So that's what you call learning a lesson.
Now, that's why I said I've been in situations, and the second time around and the third time around, if you knew the story, I don't think you
I
would
don't
be
have to know the
thinking
story. You
the
said that your first priority was marriage. That's what you said, that you look to be married.
exactly. And when I start dating someone and then see that that person is not
You
looking
still,
towards marriage, I thought, oh,
you don't even get the point that you're still talking about dating. Who the fuck dates
okay.
when they want to get married?
So
Who
how do you
dates when
get
they want to get
married?
married? You
So
don't
how do
date.
you get
Court.
married?
You court. You court. You say, hey, I like you. You like me. Let me introduce you to my parents. Let you introduce me to your parents. And let's see if we could work together and we could get married and build a beautiful family, build sons, daughters, and go beyond that. Give me 1 second. I want you to think about it.
I don't get sense. I don't get sense. You don't come up to me. Oh God. Maybe I go please. I'm making the close door. The corner. The corner.
All right? You slept alone. You slept. You gave me an hour. You gave me an hour. Ah. Say hi.
Oh,
Say
such a
hi.
cutie.
Say hi.
Hi.
You
Hi,
crying?
baby.
All right.
Hi.
So let's get back to this.
Is it a boy or a girl?
A girl,
She's
Eliana.
so beautiful. She's really cute.
All my kids look the same. They all have the same features. They all
They're
identical.
amazing.
My two boys and my two girls, they all identical to each other. They all look just like
Amazing.
me. So no matter who they from. So all right.
Amazing.
Let me ask you this. Do you've been with you said you have relationships before. I'm not judging you, and I don't want you to think that by any stretch of the imagination. I don't want you to think that. We all do that. We all sinful. We all mess up. We all screw up. That's what it is. There's nothing to hold against you. I think that you're a beautiful girl that you can still find what you're looking for. But this is what I'm going to ask you. You being with you having your history, do you think it's necessary that a man has a history that you want or a predicament that you want or is something that you have to conform to? Because at the same day, a man is going to have to conform to your history. Do you believe that you will have to conform to his way of life also?
I don't understand his way
All
of
right,
life
let's
being.
say polygamy, because I always talk about this polygamy in Nigeria. I talk about it in Nigeria and Ghana a lot. A lot of you girls, you date guys, and then you say, "Oh, the guy cheating." Then even when you get in your 30s, you say, "Oh, I got married, but this man cheated on me, so I'm going to be out." Then a lot of you are here in America. We have a homeless problem. The majority of homeless are all black women that are out on the street today. If I took my camera right now, I go to the city and literally walk down with my city and show you how many homeless people there is. White, black, whatever. When you hear the stories, a lot of them are, oh, this man cheated on me, but now you're homeless out on the street. I never understood it because I never thought that, even me, I make it clear with me. I don't believe that men are monogamous. They're not. Women are monogamous by creation. Men are not monogamous by creation. Do you agree with that? Yes or no?
Nope.
Okay, so how did the population happen? How did we get populated today? Where was it by men who were monogamous?
Nope.
How was it populated? How was the earth populated?
Polygamous men.
Polygamous men, right? All right.
Exactly.
But you say you believe in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
So where in the Bible does it says that God put an end to polygamy?
What?
Where in the Bible that you believe that God said he put an end to polygamy? Anywhere.
There is nowhere that I know of.
Exactly, because it doesn't exist. But you know in the Bible that it says that man is the glory of God and women are the glory of men to be a gift to man. So when you give a gift, what do? You give a gift. If I give one or two gifts, am I doing wrong by giving you more than one gift? Yes or no?
No.
When through all of the New Testament, that even the Hebrews at the time, Israelites, whatever you want to call them, they still practice the same thing. Because when you go from the old to the new, it never changed. It was the same thing. But Christ said that Moses only gave you a certificate of what you would do for your wives because you were searching for younger wives. He didn't say wife. He said because you wanted younger wives. Did he not?
He did not. He did not necessarily say younger wives.
He did not what?
He did. He did not necessarily say younger wives.
He actually did. He actually did.
Nah. Nah.
You want me to pull it up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go here. I hate saying Jesus because I hate that name. This is not his name. Well, I think this is it. All right. I think, all right. We're going to look at Mark chapter 10, verse 5, I think.
Okay, let me get my Bible. Join. Mark 10.
Okay, let's go past 5. We see that. Beginning, creation of God made male and female. Go to 7.
Mark chapter.
No. Let me give you the right one. All
Okay.
right. Let me this is the wrong. I should have had this ready, but I didn't think we was going to talk about it.
Mark. Ooh.
Okay. This is not what I was looking for, but 1 Timothy 3:2 and 3:12, it states that the leadership of the church should be the husband of one wife, and this has been ready by some Christians probation. What? All right. First Peter. Okay. This, like I said, I gotta go back and get what I'm looking for, but go to 1 Peter 3:7.
1 Peter 3:7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring one more up for you.
Okay, this is 2 Peter. Okay, 1 Peter 3:7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm there.
All right, give me 1 second. All right. In that scripture, what do it say? It says, the same way you husbands must give honor to your wives. Treat your wife with understanding as long as you live together. She may be weaker than you, but she is your equal partner, and blah, blah, blah. These four together, the new patterns from Genesis to still not what I'm looking for. But that's just talking about being a husband, right? Being a husband with a wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even find what I'm looking for. Who was it? Was it not Jeremiah? So,
Yes, you are.
okay, Hosea. It was to Hosea. Okay.
Okay.
Hosea 1:2.
Hosea 1:2.
So in the book of Hosea,
Mm-hmm.
it talks about that Hosea 3:1. It talks about that Hosea will feel the wrath of the Lord by laying with a prostitute, and he will become one with the prostitute. And in the same scriptures that people use in the book of Corinthians that we were just in, they use the same terminology, the same Greek word, lay, which is to have sex. So in Hosea, it says to lay with a prostitute and you will become one with her. But even in a book of, what is it? The book of Lamentations, let me make sure, that it states that a man, if a man sleeps with a prostitute or strange woman, he becomes one, right? You know that scripture, right? So the only thing what I was trying to get at, the only thing that they use today to try to change what was already in was just that. Say, oh, well, it says that you will lay with this woman and she will be your wife. But the same terminology to use that when you lay with a prostitute, which means to have sex. Nowhere in the Bible that it dictates that man shouldn't marry more than one wife. And if we go on the westernization of everything, and every single man marries every single woman, what would that leave? It would leave nearly a third of all of human beings to be without a man, particularly women. You get what? All right, let me say it this way. How many people are in Nigeria? About 200 million.
Yeah.
Okay. According to Nigeria, let me see. How many single men in Nigeria? Ratio in Nigeria is 80.45 female. I'm just looking it up from 2011. Whether it changed or not, 80.45 is female.
Right?
So if 80% of Nigeria is female and 20% are male and 20% marry another 20%, that will leave 60% of Nigerian women without a man and no stronghold and no provider, right? Do you think that makes sense?
First of all, I don't think that that statistic is accurate.
It's
But
not
apart
accurate.
from that,
Give me what's
yeah,
accurate
it's
today. Give me yours.
accurate. I can't say for sure, but it's not accurate. Okay.
I'm
And
going to all right. I'm going to 2018 recently. It's a
all
a
right.
lot different. It's a lot different. So this is a better one. Okay. So we have that's the married. So we have 42 versus no, that's married. Okay, I can't pull it up because I wasn't prepared for this. Let me say this. The one thing I do know is that you do know that there are more women. Hey. There are more women than men on earth, right?
Yes. Of course.
Okay. So what I do know in Atlanta, men are 5-1. So let's take that and say the ratio between men and women are 3-1 on Earth. On Earth, just on Earth. Not any.
Okay.
You would agree with that, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Close to it, though. Close to it, right?
Cool. Yeah.
Hey, what is this? Are you serious?
She's enjoying herself.
What is this? So if the ratio is 3-1, men versus women, if I was to marry and all men, now you got to take an equation. You got to think about men who are in prison. That takes away. You got to think about men who are not straight, who are, you know what? That takes away.
Prison too.
So now we're looking at,
There's
huh?
women are in prison too. Women are not straight too.
And I'm saying that.
Whatever statistic is
Oh,
given,
but we know more men. I'm not even going to say it because I'm living in America, so nobody's straight here. So this mess is all over the place. That's why I say indoors. But let's keep it simple. Let's keep it 1-3. 1-3. If every 1% married the other percent, that would still leave 50% of the nationality of women not married and unprovided for, unprotected.
okay. So what are you getting at? That
I'm getting
polygamy
that.
is the
If it was
truth?
done your way, if it was done your
No,
way,
I'm not saying it must be done my way though.
you're saying that
Whatever.
polygamy is wrong.
I never said that. I said I don't believe in it. I don't subscribe to it. So if anyone is doing it, cool for
All right.
them, but not
What type of
me.
life? Let's go another route. What type of life do you want?
I want a fulfilled life, a simple life.
A simple life, right?
Yeah, a simple, fulfilled life. That's
How
what I
much?
want.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a businesswoman. and a student also.
Do you make more than 1 million naira per month or less?
Did I make how much you said?
Do you make more than 1 million naira, which is $2,500 US dollars a month or less?
No, I don't.
Hmm?
No, I don't.
In order to have that middle, you want a middle to upper middle class, right?
Of course.
Do you want to live in Nigeria for the rest of your life, or do you want to travel, or do you want to live in another country?
I love Nigeria. I love Nigeria. I would love to travel, but I think it all comes back to Nigeria.
You love not. You see, I normally would make fun of that, but I actually love Nigeria too. I don't like the presidency, the politics, and none of that.
Yeah, the politics is crazy.
I actually
It's
do love Nigeria.
disheartening.
That's why I'm going to be in Nigeria just weeks from now. I'm going to be back in Nigeria and look for another home. So I
Amazing.
must love something about it. I'm not gonna clown you for that. In order to have this middle to upper class lifestyle or middle upper class, your guy will have to make how much money?
I don't know.
You know, I lived in Nigeria long enough to know. I know that if I want to live a middle class lifestyle, I'm going to have to make approximately estimated close to that 1 million naira monthly to be a middle class.
Monthly, yeah.
If I want to be an
Yeah.
upper middle class, I'm going to have to make closer to that
More
between 3 and
10,
4 million naira
10
per month.
million.
Yes, I
Okay,
know it.
okay.
All right. So with that said, you meet a man. Does he have to be from Nigeria or can he be from anywhere?
Can be from anywhere in the world.
So he could be a black
Anywhere.
American like me?
Could be.
Could be. Sounds like you don't like my people much.
Why? I love everyone. I love
I'm just
everyone.
fucking with you. Oops,
Of
sorry.
course, I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Daddy didn't mean that. Daddy didn't mean that. All right. To get that, you're gonna have to marry somebody who's well to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
You wanna have 3 kids, right?
I don't know how many kids I want to have. I don't know anymore.
You wanna have at least 2 or no?
At least two. At least two.
All right, so if you want to have at least 2, we're gonna talk about that 5 million naira, which is about 25 about around that $10,000 a month. That's around what I make a month. So around that
Okay.
10,000, yeah. Well, by the grace of God, I won't be making that for long. I'll blow up, but around that $10,000 a month. To marry a type of man like that, he's going to have to be well in his career, right?
Mm-hmm.
What age are men who are making that money well in their career?
Those men are old though. Those men are like in their 30s.
So 30
At
is old to
least.
you.
Yeah.
30 is old to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna have a lot of problems.
If,
We're gonna leave it alone, but
hold
you're gonna
on.
have a lot of
Hold
problems.
on.
You're gonna have
Hold
a
on.
lot
Hold
of
on.
problems in life. You're gonna have a
Hold
whole
on.
lot of
I'm not
problems.
gonna have the least problems in life.
Huh?
I feel like I'm not gonna have loads of problems in life. I
Well,
feel
you're a
like
woman, so you feel. I'm a man, so I'm telling. Me as a man, I can decipher. You as a woman, you can only feel. And your feelings are never equals to what actually happened.
can decipher too. I can decipher. I have a mind,
You can't
so I
decide.
can
You
decipher.
don't have the
I
ability to
can.
decide anything. You have to depend on the man to decide. That's why we're here.
Oh, that sounds weird. That
You
sounds
don't
weird.
decide anything.
That sounds weird. If I don't decide, then how have I come this far in life without making any decisions?
The only decision you can make is say yes. That's the only decision you can say yes or say no. You don't have any other decision to make. No other decision
Okay.
belongs to you.
If I say no, that's a decision. If I say yes, that's a decision.
And they're the
So
only options that you have in life.
why? How would you say that? How would you say that? How
If
would you
you
say
if you
that?
want to, I'm gonna tell you why I say that. If you want to live the life you want to live, you want to have a particular man. How would you get that man unless that man desire you and say, "Hey, I want you." You can say yes or you can say no. You can't forcefully go out and choose that man. You don't have anything to offer that man. Hmm?
I don't have anything to offer the man.
According to what you believe, which is probably financial. What do you have to offer that man that's different from every other woman on earth?
Every woman on earth is unique. They have their whatever they have to offer. I, as a person, have a lot to offer a man.
I met this
As a
girl.
mother,
I met this girl. Her name is Johanna or Jonah, whatever it is, and I think she's pretty. And I'm thinking about popping a question to her, but I got these other girls on my side because I'm successful. I got a lot of money. I'm trying to see what she can offer me. How she can separate herself from them. So I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna call her up. Bling bling bling. Joanna. Hey, we've been talking for a minute, and I dig you. I like you. I think you're pretty, and you come from a good family background. I just want to know one thing, Joanna. Um, what is it that you could do for me, according that no one else can do for me, that I've already met? I mean, we need to talk
I
about this thing.
I wouldn't say I could do for you what no one else could do for you because I'm not God. But then I can offer my support, my intelligence. I can offer my advice when it's needed. I can offer my love, my prayers. I can offer a lot, a whole lot when it comes to just being a human being because I see a man as a human being. And so if that man is a human being, I can whatever thing he can offer me, I can offer him, if not equal, at least
It's
something
not supposed to be
mutual.
equal. It's not supposed to be
Yeah,
equal.
of course,
We're
of
not equal.
course,
We're not
because
equal.
everybody,
Hey,
everybody,
you can give me intelligence. Hey, I don't need that. I'm smart enough to deal with this business. I've been doing this business for 10 years for myself. I don't need your intelligence. What else can you offer? Oh, you think you can offer me love? Okay. What type of love? Because I get that from anywhere. I've been getting
everybody
that
needs
from
love.
day one. All these women love me.
You can
They
get,
love me because
you
of what
can
I can
get
do, my looks. I got all that. What else can you do for me?
exactly, and
What else can you?
I'm not looking at. No,
Wait.
sir,
What else can you
hold
do for
on,
me?
hold
Oh,
on,
prayers. That may be one
hold
thing.
on.
Prayer. But you didn't say
I
the
can
one thing that men
give you.
need
Oh,
from you.
hold on,
You never said the
hold
one thing
up.
you never said the one thing men need from you.
What's that?
Shut the fuck up and
Sex?
listen to what I say.
Oh, funny. That's funny.
No, it's not funny. Because if you know successful men, the whole thing about successful men, hey, shut up, do what I asked you to do, and go along with what I'm going on. Get on my program. I don't need you to do anything outside of what it is that I'm doing. Do what I asked you to do. Listen, obey.
Whoever that man is not for me though. Whoever that man is, he's not for me because
Then you're never going to have a successful man.
who said successful
Because
men
I understand,
have to be, who said
with the men
successful
around me,
men have to be
because I understand how
insensitive?
successful men operate and how they behave and their mindset. I
Not
understand that. Huh?
all successful men operate like
No,
that.
actually they do. They all do. They all do. Unless you want a real weak one that let you run over him, then he don't have much going anyway.
Can you
So
hear
you
me?
telling me you're gonna get a so you want a beta male, you don't want an alpha male, right? You don't want a strong man who can lead, right? You want a man who will
Who,
let you lead.
whoever came up with these beta male, alpha male
I already,
type
I
things?
already said that.
Who
I don't
came
care
up
about
with
that.
these
I hate that.
things?
I hate them titles, but I say it because that's what people operate on. I hate it.
Ask
What I
them.
say,
I'm
do you
you.
want a strong man who can lead, or do you want a weak man who will allow you to lead?
I want a man who can lead, who can love, who can do everything he wants to do. I don't believe in the only thing that will make me qualify a man as weak is if he is indisciplined and if he has bad morals. But if a man is good, I think that's a strong man for me. So I don't
No,
know.
that's not a strong man. That's not a strong man.
Okay.
A strong man has three
Okay.
characteristics: provider, leadership, and protection. That's a strong man. Everything else follows under that.
A good man can do that. Any good man can do that. What you say?
Any woman
Excuse
could
me,
do
sir.
that. Did you say
Excuse
any
me.
woman could do that?
I said any good man can do that, can provide
No, they
for his
can't.
family, can protect them. Any good man could do that. Excuse me, Sarah. Let me talk to my sister real quick. What'd you say? They say you don't exhaust them. Okay. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't really categorize men as weak, strong, or whatever in
Then you
between.
will
I
never
do
know.
categorize
Then you will never
men
know what you
as
have.
I see men as I think, is he a good man? If he's a good man, if he can provide, he can protect me. Because I think strength is not all about providing, protecting, and what else? What was the third one
Oh
you
my
said?
goodness. You really don't. You really don't. So
Okay,
you've already lost a battle.
I've not lost. I've not
You've
lost.
already lost a battle. You just said a
I've
good
not lost.
man or strong man is not about providing, protecting, and
I
leading.
said
You
it's
already said
not
that.
only about that. I think those three
That's the
things do
beginning.
not
That's the
really.
basics. That's the basics.
Yeah, that's the basis. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one, but I wouldn't say uh, a man that I choose definitely will be strong. And I don't know, I don't like using the word weak man, but
There's many weak
uh,
men, just like there's weak women.
I don't know. I don't know what I think
If
we're
you can't
having.
decipher the two, then you don't know how to choose between the two.
I know how to choose between the two,
You don't.
sir.
You said you
I
don't know how to
do.
choose between the two. You
No,
said they
I
all
said
one to you.
I didn't say that. I didn't
If
say that.
if you go
I
back on your
said
words, that's what you're saying.
I'm not going back on my words. I wish you'd listen or you understood what I said. I'm saying that I don't like to use the word weak men.
That's what I'm
Okay?
using against you.
You don't have to use that against me because
But I am.
I could use another word. I could use another word, but weak is something I don't like to say. So, but
Tell me why. Tell
what
me
I'm
why.
saying is I don't I feel like it's a degrading word. I feel
So the
like it's a
man,
degrading word.
a male, is hanging on the corner, not doing anything, just letting his life waste away, and he's too afraid to make anything of himself, so he's just going to waste away, sitting in the bar, stealing from people, and being a theft, and being armed robber. Is he a strong man or weak man?
He is a man that has chosen the wrong path.
You're gonna have a lot of trouble getting the right man. I'm being
Oh
honest.
wow, I don't think so, but okay. I don't think so, but
It's
okay.
not. See, this is the thing. You women think, we men know. And that's why that's why so many women find themselves single at the age of 35, 40, 45, and 50, and no man there because you think your way through life. We men
It's
we
not a
know our way through life.
crime to be single at 35. It's not a crime.
It's not a crime.
It's not.
No, it just
Women
means that
can,
you're going to be without.
yeah, and has anyone died by not being married at 35? No. It's just time and chance. Okay?
No, it's not
So
time and chance. It's about preparation. That's what you're not going to get. When you was 20 years old, by the time you was
no, no,
19,
no.
you should have had your father sitting out there looking for a husband for you who was of
Wow.
age,
And what
who
if
was
I
in the
didn't
age of
want to get
35,
married at
30 years
35?
old, or whatever, to be able to be a provider and a protector for you. You didn't do that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This sounds really weird to me. It
So,
sounds really
okay, it
weird to
sounds weird
me.
to you, but how far have you gotten in life? What's your choices?
I've gotten this far. I've gotten this
No
far
man,
in life.
no man, no husband, no home
No,
of
my
your own.
husband, I'm not dying. I'm not even prepared.
I'm
I don't
asking
really,
you.
I'm thinking
How
about my
far have you
career and
gotten?
everything.
You've gotten as far as having no man,
And I like it this way. I love it.
and you like it that way, right?
I love it.
And you're gonna have to like it that way when you're 40.
Doesn't matter. I know I won't be single at 40.
I
But
see
even if
women
I
like you
were
every
there,
single day. I see women out here at the age of 40 who came up from the age of 20 and thought just like you, and thought that you could say what you want to say to me, but at the end of the day, everything going to be fine. It's going to work out for me. But by the age of 40, they looking back like, damn, there's nobody for me. And the men that I want, the men that I wanted at the age of 20, I'm 40, but yet they're wanting women who are 20. It happens every day.
Oh, so funny.
How old was your mom when she got married?
My mom was 28 when she got married.
She was 28.
Yeah.
And she's one of the fortunate ones. Very fortunate. Because most men who are...
I have older friends who are like 27, 28, 30 getting married every day, every Saturday.
And they married the higher echelon of men at 28?
Who said you have to marry?
You said you want to be middle upper class. That's what you said.
I am middle class.
No, you're not. Because you're not living on your own. You don't have anything. You don't own anything. So you're not middle class. You are not what your parents are.
Okay. I accept. I accept that. I can understand that. But still, I wouldn't say I don't know how to explain myself right now, but I'm saying I wouldn't term success in my life and fulfillment in my life by the fact that I got to marry a rich guy or
I never said rich.
someone who...
We didn't even use that word. I said middle to upper, what you said. So now you're trying to change the story.
Whatever, someone that has it going for himself, okay?
You have one or two options. You could be a mute. You could be without, whatever they call it. You could be without sex for the rest of your life, or you could be with a man. To be with a man, you have to honor him. In return, he honors God. You are not here for God. Man is here for God. You are here for a man. If you are not here for a man, then your life is pretty much wasted.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong ideology, right?
That's what the Bible says.
No, that's not exactly what the Bible says.
Actually, it does.
That's wrong ideology. It's wrong
I'm not going to get into the details with you, but when you women think that it's all about you, see, my thing, I'm not here for women. Women are here for me. Women are here for me. I'm here for God, to do God's purpose. When you understand that, you can move better. But I'm moving, but you're not, because you think that the world is about you. You think everything's supposed to revolve around you.
Everything is not. No, I never thought that. You can't tell me.
But you believe it's supposed to.
No, I never said that. When did I say that? I didn't.
You even here for yourself, or you here for a man. It can't be the both.
I'm here for God. I'm not here for...
No, you can't be here for God. God said you're not here for him. He said that.
No, you got it wrong, sir.
God said, man is my glory, and the glory of man is women. So you are not here for God. If you was here for God, you'd be married. You can't be here for God and not be married, meaning you uncovered. If you uncovered, you are not here doing anything of God.
Sir, I think you have to reevaluate your...
Reevaluate your Bible. Read. Actually, maybe you should read. Maybe you should read.
Of course, I read my Bible.
Can you show me anywhere in the scripture where it says that women are the glory of God?
But the Bible says that
man is the glory of God. Yeah, I know that. Show me where it says women.
Hold on. But the Bible also said that we are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and that
he was talking to the lost sheep of Israel. He was talking to Israel. You're not even putting it in context. You're taking it out of context now. He was talking to Israel, who was lost. Christ never came here and talked to anyone else but Israel. It wasn't until he gave the prophecy to Paul that he was going to the Gentiles. Christ was talking to Israel only in the men of Israel.
Right, I'm actually quoting Paul. Paul said, we are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation. We were all created to show forth the glory of God. And so it's not just...
Tell me when Paul talked to a woman. Tell me when Paul talked to a woman. Or did he always give that to men? When he wrote, his letters always went to men. When he went to the church, no, hold. The church was 12 men. 12 men was overseers of every church that Paul wrote to. So Paul wrote to the men. It was never given to the women. It was always the men. So don't try to take it out of context, because I actually know the scriptures. If you really want to get into it, you
No,
little
I'm
pastor
not
don't
getting
know,
into it.
but I know.
I'm not getting into it with you. I know that you know what you know. Okay? And I know what I know. And
Which is
I'm
nothing at all,
also,
because you don't have a man.
wow. So at 23, my life is nothing because I don't have a
I
man.
never said your life
Is
is
that what
nothing.
you
Don't try to
yours?
miss my word. I said you have nothing according to where you're supposed to be in life. Maybe you will get it next year, the year after, the year after that. I'm not saying that you won't. You're intelligent. I could tell that you're intelligent, and I like that about you. I do like that about you. So I think that you're going to get to where you want to go. But I'm saying right now, you don't have what glorifies you. That's what I'm saying.
I have the glory of God. I think that's enough for now until I get married, until I achieve my purpose fully, until I have
And I didn't say that it
a
wasn't.
good life.
I didn't say that it wasn't. I said right now, you are not glorifying God, and you are not at your pinnacle or where you need to be.
So
Unless
that
you have a
means
husband, have a family, you cannot do for your people, do for your community. Do you get that part of it?
even your little girl is not glorifying God because she's not married.
She's my little daughter's glorified under me. She's glorified under me because I'm providing for her. When she turned when she
My
turned
dad is
20,
my dad is
listen,
providing too, so
when she turned 20 years old, if she leaves
you're
me,
gonna ship her off to a man, even if she doesn't want to get married to him,
if she
right?
did, then I can't decide that. When she's of age, she can decide what she got to do. I can only
Exactly.
raise
That's
her in the right
exactly what
manner.
I'm doing.
Yes, I want my daughter, when my daughter leaves my house, I want her to be married to a very high up man. That's why business.
Awesome.
Why do business in Ghana, Nigeria, so I could be a man that is known, have a lot of power? It's because I want my children to be married to people with power. That's
Good.
totally different from the average person. I'm not I'm not dealing with things the way the average person deals with it. But I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
I guess I'm
I get what you're
average.
saying. Yes, if my daughter is not with a man and she's not under me, she's failed me. And I would tell her that every day when she's able to understand. If you're not under a man and with a husband and you're not living under my roof, you failed what I've taught you. I will give her that every single
Wow.
day.
My
Every single day.
God. God
But
is
let's see. We got to wait about 20 years now to see the outcome, right? We got to wait.
of course.
By God's grace, I still be around because I'm pretty young. So by God's grace, I still be
I believe
around to see that.
exactly.
But
But
listen,
I would advise that you don't teach her that if she's not married and she's not with you, then she's failed. Because
I say that
no,
she has to be, I don't want my daughter to be uncovered. To be uncovered means that you're fair game to any man who tries anything on you out here. If you know the country that I live in, when people are getting raped, murdered, women each and every day, and they're
but
targeting women who live alone because they're single mothers, you don't know. That's why I say you don't
no,
understand the society that we live in here. You know
I
what?
understand what you're
Yeah,
saying. I
you know what the
understand what
TV
you're
shows you.
saying. But
Yeah,
married women also get raped. Married women also get shot at. Married women also get
I'm
done a
saying
lot of
that.
things to.
Let me back it up. Would back you up.
Okay.
Men
Okay.
primarily do not target women who are covered by a man. They target women that they know who are alone. And if you don't believe that, then I can't fix anything in your mind. I don't know what else to say.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But then I also know I get what you're saying full time. But I also know that even though majority of the women targeted are
Stick with the majority.
alone.
Don't go off. Stick with the majority. We always stick with the majority rule. Stick with the majority.
Okay.
Don't go with no anecdotal. Oh, I know 1 million this, but out of that 1 million, this happened to the one out of. Let's not go there. That's not how we deal with life. We deal with life in order to put us in the best perspective, in the best light of life that we can be in. Now, whatever comes, we deal with it. If somebody touched my daughter, hell, that's a death sentence. Every man must know that. If any man touches my daughter, it's a death sentence automatically. Whether I do it or I got to pay for it, it's a death sentence. My sons could go handle themselves. I gave them what was necessary to handle themselves. Whether you fail or you succeed, that's on you. But my daughters are something different. My daughters can be with me longer than 18 or 21 years. Just like you,
Okay, yeah.
23. That's why I said I don't say you're a failure. I didn't say that. I said that you can get to where you want to be, but just don't move from there to another man's home without being married and let
I've
what happened in the
never
past
been
continue to.
I've never
Huh?
even been in one man's home. Corey, man.
I know you don't like me probably by now, but it's cool.
No. Nah. I like you. I like
Oh,
you,
I like
even though
you
I
too.
don't
I think you're
agree
cool. I,
I don't
I like
agree with
smart
everything
people.
you say, but I like you.
People who make me think and people who could argue against me because it tells me that you come from a different perspective and not just agree and be agreed upon. I like that. I love that
Yeah.
you have your own mindset. But at the end of the day, there's a positive to negative to any and everything in life. There's a spirit to any and everything in life. Spirit behind
Mm.
everything we do, everything we think. There's a spirit behind all of it. And I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm a sinner just like anyone else. I have flaws. I have things. I have understandings to this very day that you probably know about that I'm trying to overcome to see, hey, if doing this is right or is it doing it wrong? I got to make sure that what I'm doing is right. You understand? But I don't do
Mm.
anything to harm anybody. I do things that I can use my success to benefit all parties around me that I care for, whether it's my loved ones or acquaintances or whatever. I do at the end of the day for people who will benefit from what it is that I do. I may take, but I
Mm.
want to give more. That's the way that I am. That's the way that I think. Like I said, I appreciate you being on the show. You're a beautiful woman. I
Thank you for
think that
having me.
if not for her, we could have gone on for hours. But I think that we're going to have a lot more conversations that are going to come up, and I think that I want to invite you back on the show in weeks to come, and we can have discussions on different subjects. Because, like I said, I love people who could think differently from me because it makes me think.
Thank you. Thank you
You
very
get me?
much.
Tell me how to pronounce your name one more time.
It's Joanne. Joanne, like
Joanne. Joanne.
Joanne.
Joanne.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Joanne. Okay, I'm going to remember that. Okay,
All
Joanne.
right.
So, Google. I got Google. I got Alexa. They all talking. You see, even when a woman is automated, she never knows how to listen. My goodness. My goodness. I got Google. I got Alexa. They all talking. All right. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you joining the
Yeah.
show. Johanna. Am I saying it
Thank you for
right?
having me. And
Johanna?
say hi to your little one. Yeah, you're right.
All right. I say hi. Say hi. She's like,
Hi,
ah.
baby.
She's
Bye.
walking, soon she be talking. She's talking little by little. But we be in Ghana, Nigeria, after next month. So tell your friends that I'm trying to have a party up in Nigeria. We see how it goes. Whatever. If I don't land in Lagos away, I'm talking too much. But anyway, talking too much. But I'll be in Nigeria. I'll be in Ghana. Back to my home in Ghana where I live. And I'm from Lagos, Akordo. That's my place. Akordo is my place. Akordo, they call it. They say Akordo, but I say Akordo because my accent. But in Nigeria, I'm from Akordo. Also, Lucky Face One in the islands. And in Ghana, Akosombo. I'm an Akosombo boy, but I live in Pokwasi. A lot of you guys know me who watch me on Twitter or YouTube or whatever it is. But much love to all y'all. And once again, man, be blessed. Keep doing what you're doing. Love you all. Joanna, love you. Thank you for joining the show. We're going to let you
Yeah.
go. And I appreciate you
All
for
right.
stopping by. And don't hesitate
All
to
right.
come by again, all right?
All right.
All
Definitely.
right.
All right.
All right. So with that said, damn, man, I was having a good time today. All right. So we're going to let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Once again, this is Mary in Ghana, aka Mary in Africa. Make sure you guys hit me up on the YouTube because I don't know what the hell they're doing over there, but they're just trying to destroy me. But make sure you guys hit me up on YouTube, Mary in Ghana, and send me a message if you want to talk, you want to get on the show, let me know. And come on here. We're going to have you guys available to come on the show. The more you show up, the more I'm going to do it. Everything depends on you. You are the line. You are the foundation of the show. Everybody who's watching now, you guys my gentlemen and my lovely females, you guys are the foundation of the show. So without you, the show doesn't exist. And this is the first year of the show. So let's continue to build it up. And as we get to Ghana and Nigeria, we're going to do some amazing things for you. We're going to have some amazing venues for you. And the next 2 months over in West Africa and maybe Togo, but we'll see how it goes. But love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And thank you for stopping by again. Love it. Thank you. Yeah.